International Women's Month, the month of March, so I wanted to introduce you guys to 4 women at Ameren, Illinois who are tackling jobs in a male-dominated industry. Take a look.
One of the things that I would say is know your craft. Do what you do it well. Prepare for it.
You just try to show up wherever you are. That's my philosophy. If I'm home, I try to be home, and I'm at work, I'm 100% at work. I'll say this, when you go to a conference and you look around the room and you see nothing but men, the first thing you do is you kind of glance around and say, okay, I know there's another woman here.
And I would just encourage others to really not confine themselves to gender roles when it comes to looking at a career.
If you ask one of the leaders at Ameren, Illinois, why women are vital to any company, she'll say it's a no-brainer.
Studies that show that when you have female representation in the boardroom and at the executive level and in management, it actually has a bottom line impact. Usually there's better returns for the shareholder, more profit, so that's what you want for your company.
But Teresa says it's also what companies like Ameren, Illinois should want for the people they serve.
We want to reflect our community, and our community, we have 1,200 communities in Illinois, and we need to look like our communities.
And then there's Shirley Stennis, who also knows what it means to lead as Director of Community Service. It's a role she says fulfills her and hopes to encourage other women striving to find their purpose.
There are so many wanting to know what their career path is going to be. I would say to them, every single person has a purpose. What is your purpose? What do you have a passion for?
Shirley's advice, don't go after a job just for the money.
It has to be something more fulfilling than that, because that is what will give you longevity and give life to that passion that you have.
Away from the corporate and community service departments at the energy company, apprentices train to deliver natural gas safely and effectively in Methane Meadows, a neighborhood that simulates real-life communities. The trainees are often men, but a woman named Janelle White oversees this program.
Well, I always tell my apprentices they're like my kids, and as they progress through the program and move on throughout their careers and become successful, it's like I'm watching my kids grow up.
It's a position she almost counted out.
Because I thought, well, that's not for me.
But now feels privileged to train these employees, especially when her job allows her to encourage other women in this line of work.
So I love to see women get excited about doing this type of work and really being engaged and wanting to learn more about the natural gas industry.
And let's not forget about the other key energy source at Ameren. Career engineer Sherry Gary works on the electric side of things, both through design work and in the field. But her latest venture has taken her job to new heights.
I trained to be an engineer, and now I'm a drone pilot. So this is great.
In addition to being an electrical engineer, Sherry's a licensed commercial drone operator and captures images like these to inspect poles, power lines, and storm restoration.